Welcome to this very special RPGBOT charity live stream. If you are with us live, welcome. We love you. If you're listening to this on the RPGBOT podcast feed, go ahead and strap in. We ran previously a 6-hour charity live stream where we are raising money for MD Anderson Cancer Research Center. If you are listening to this on podcast stream, you can check the show notes. You can still click a link. You can still donate to cancer research, and we'd really appreciate it. Of course, you won't be able to change the outcome of the game today, but you'll be impacting lives, and we appreciate it. We're raising money to support MD Anderson Cancer Research. One of our good friends is fighting cancer with MD Anderson right now, and so this is really important to us. And so we appreciate you here being with us today. Tyler, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you want to tell folks how they can impact the game today by making donations to MD Anderson?
Randall, I would be absolutely happy to. Okay, so we have set up some wonderful donor incentives for folks donating to the stream. If you go to rpgbot.net/spooktober, I realize I'm tracking that backwards. Bear with me. So the text is on the screen, rpgbot.net/spooktober. That will take you to the donation page. On the page, you'll click the big shiny red donate button, and it will offer you your choice of 4 incentives. So you can donate to restore some resource points to the characters, which is effectively healing us partway through the game. You can choose to create a GM intrusion, which is where Randall inserts something probably unpleasant into the story for us. You can donate a lucky charm, which Randall will give us a cipher, which is a single-use, effectively magic item, think of it like a potion if you're coming from D&D. And if you're crazy and donate $100, you can heal Ash and I for 1d6 on all of our resource pools, which is just an absolute ton of healings. So somebody wants to come in clutch late in the stream when we were in bad shape. That would be great for us.
We also considered adding a tier for player intrusions, which are similar to GM intrusions, but we couldn't decide on a price.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what we're going to do there is we'll look for kind of total donation rates. So anything that you contribute helps us get closer to those big picture goals. And so every time we hit one of these major milestones, we'll call it out and we'll allow a player.
I do think it's funny how the player intrusion is going to be harder to achieve than the GM intrusion. I see how it is.
Yeah,
I see how it is.
And I'm very happy about this. All right. Okay, so we're going to be playing today Old Gods of Apalachia. This is it's a little ditty that I put together to get ready for that. So get welcome for folks who aren't familiar with Old Gods of Appalachia. It is a cipher system game. There's a very popular podcast, which is kind of a storytelling podcast. It is set in an alternate Appalachia. We're going to be in the mid 1800s or so during our session today. In a little town called Williams Holler. And with that, I think we can go ahead and get into it. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. So our characters arrive on the rail early Sunday morning to Williams Holler. Ash, why don't you tell folks a little bit about your character and how you found yourself coming to Williams Holler?
So, my character's name is Jessie Miller, and she's originally from Texas, and she's been kind of what people would call a prison rat. Ever since she was little, she's been blamed for things that probably aren't her fault. I think maybe. So when I was a kid, my parents' house got burned down, and my mommy and my pappy died. But everybody blamed me for the fire. I don't think I caused it. I don't remember what happened that night, but I don't think it was me. Anyway, I was persona non grata, and the only person to take me in was my uncle Joey, who taught me the art of moonshining. And since then, I've been getting in and out of trouble. My uncle got hung recently, and since then, the people who have been taking care of me have been the state, because I've been, like I said, in and out of prison. This most recent one, I definitely didn't commit this crime, whatever it was they were accusing me of. and they shipped me out to this hellhole in the middle of nowhere, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. Not you're not quite a um you're not quite prison labor, but you're one rung above it is where you're
Yeah,
headed.
and to describe Jessie, she has blonde hair that she's braided over her shoulder, uh, is sort of a cowboy hat, really ratty, and just basic ass clothing, and leather boots, which she's extremely proud of. Like, you can take anything you want from me, but not my boots. My Uncle Joey gave me these boots, and they're great. They don't fit quite right, but that's alright.
I feel like there's a country song about that. There's probably
You can take my heart, but you can't take my boots.
so-
These boots are not made for walking. Yes, you're right, Josh.
I'm getting cankers on my heels. All right, Tyler, tell us a little bit about your character and how they came to Williams
All right.
Holler.
All right. My character's name is Isaiah Wells. He is a beat reporter from the great city of New York. Very, very diligent, a bit pushy, a bit confident. Can get in anywhere, can get any piece of information out of anybody. But he probably asked a few too many questions at one point and was, in no uncertain terms, voluntold to get out of town. Isaiah was handed a one-way train ticket and packed all of his belongings in a bag, jumped on a train to a town, the name of which he doesn't actually remember at the moment. It's just gotten off a train to what is certain to be his new life in wherever we are.
Yeah, what's this town called again? One horse
So-
town?
Yeah, Williams Holler in eastern Kentucky.
Is that a real town or did you make it up?
I made it up. I
Fair
hope, I
enough.
hope I made it up. I'm gonna laugh. Somebody's gonna go down and be like, Williams Holler.
No, there are several times where I've made something up, and then my players will point out that's a real thing, but I'm like, what? So you guys know, quick tangent. You know Cypress Hollow, my vampire town. Originally, it was called
Yeah.
New Rochelle, and until somebody pointed out, that's a town in upstate New York, right? But I was like, you're joking. Like, no, that's a real. I'm like, God damn it! I have to change it now. I don't think Cypress Hollow is a real town. It might be, but nobody cares about it.
Yeah. And then it's getting called on chat. So this isn't Williams Hollow. This is Williams Holler. For folks who don't know, a holler is the valley between two mountains.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get into these areas, people talk about being down in the holler. Down in the holler means literally I've got two mountains, one on each side. I'm living down in the valley. A lot of times the easiest place to build something. All right. So
walk through the valley of the shadow. Sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. Okay. Your first view of Williams Holler is of the rail station. You come around the bend to see a creek running through the bottom of the small mountain town. The early morning sunshine peeks over the mountain you're riding along, but in the shadow you can see the gaping maw of the mine. It's Sunday, so you're not surprised to see the mine abandoned. Out the other window on yonder mountain, you see a beautiful apple orchard with flowers and pinks and whites blooming, illuminated by the sun. As you step off the train, you notice men hurriedly attaching what you assume is a line of train cars filled with coal to the line that you just arrived on. Some empty cars were led down an alternate line in the yard, and you're greeted by a man in overalls with a 5-pointed star badge pinned to the overalls. He's wide with muscle. You can't help but notice his arms are likely bigger around than your head. He might be the largest man you've ever seen, but when he takes each of your hands in turn to greet you, his grip is firm, yet gentle. Yeah.
He puts his hand on me.
Hey, reaches out to shake your hand. You don't have to take it.
Oh, okay. I look at it and look at him. Do I still have handcuffs on?
No.
Okay. Well, how do you
Right, I'm
do, I
sure.
guess?
I'll shake his hand.
All right. Oh, you two must be my troublemakers, ain't you? My name's Oates.
They call you something more than Oates? Is that just a nickname? Your mama wasn't very creative, was she?
No, no, she weren't, but she sure loved the Bible.
Who doesn't?
Right?
I
Yeah,
mean, have you read the Bible? I mean, it's got like killing, and there's that one guy, Samson. He's a stone cold badass. Like no, people don't think the Bible's all boring nonsense. I just look at the interesting parts, stuff that
Oh,
supports my worldview.
cool. We got a reader. That's exciting.
Mm,
Well, I'm
occasionally.
law. I'm the law around here. Let me go and lay it down for you. You're not going to cause any trouble, are you? Either of you?
No, sir, not playing.
Define trouble.
I'm already going to have to keep an eye on you. How about this? You don't intend to start this trouble, do you?
I mean, I don't intend to start trouble, but trouble just seems to have a way of finding me. That's all I have to say. This ain't my first rodeo, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I suppose that's why you find yourself in Williams Holler now, ain't it? All right.
Yeah, I would much rather not. Your guys' humidity here is killer. Something fierce. Makes me wish I was back in the West. That's all
Well,
I have to say.
I got great news for you. There ain't no humidity down in the mines, and that's where you're going to be working, and that is non-negotiable. You understand?
Yeah,
I
fine.
suppose-
You're going to get paid in company script every day. This ain't no prison labor or anything like that, but you're going to work. You got me?
Yeah, I got
Huh?
you.
I don't suppose there's a local newspaper, is there?
What?
Yeah. All right. Never mind. Should have
Oh
seen
my
that one coming.
god. Chad is already being like, I just looked it up. Worldview is first appeared in the 19th century, so it's not anacronistic. We're gonna be anachronistic here, okay? Just accept it.
None of us were alive in the 1800s. I don't know.
Yeah, so
Just
deal with it.
Okay.
wait till the monsters whip out their laser pistols. Actually, they didn't
We're
have
probably
laser pistols.
fine. Old Gods of Appalachia said it's primarily set in like 1920 to 1930, so vague early 1900s.
But again, we're late 1800s. Just to
Okay, got it.
that's where we're at. Okay.
So post Civil War, essentially.
Yeah. Although
Got
I
it.
was going to try to stay as far away from it as possible. Alternate history. We're just gonna. Yeah. Jesse is a female character. Jesse's still going to go down the mines because we're not sexist. You're doing work.
No, that checks out. They made women prisoners work in mines too, I believe. So
Yeah. And finally, church is about to start. Both of you need to get into church now. Now, you look and he shows you kind of a line on the mountain where, as the sun's rising, shadows getting lower and lower. He says, hey, before the sun hits this railway, I need you to get to church. Now, the good news is Isaiah, Tyler, your character, was given a heavy bundle and you were told to deliver it to Reverend Timmett when you got to Williams Holler. So you got that bundle with you.
Okay.
And so you needed to get to church anyway because you have a delivery to make. Now let me ask you a question. Are you trying to take any kind of look at that package before you hand it over? I want to give you that.
I would
absolutely now.
absolutely.
In my head, Isaiah is a pretty honest sort, and unless I have some reason to
You're gonna
suspect
slow me down,
there's
aren't
some
you?
nonsense, just yes, ma'am, I am.
Mr. Goody Two Shoes.
Look,
Oh,
as far as
we didn't establish relationships. Like the game tells you to do that.
Yeah,
and I think I already know because mine was the person's. It was I think for my descriptor it was one of the players' outlook on life really irks you, and so I think I figured out.
Oh,
and here we are. Okay. So as you begin to, let me stop you. You're going to go and head over to church?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I
It's
think
real
so.
obvious. You can see it. So
Yeah.
Oates is going to walk with you. But as you begin to leave, you notice there's actually two different locomotives. They both have coal attached to them, and they're leaving from different directions. One the way you came, and one is continuing around. You can see how the rail goes around the mountain. So they're shipping that coal to two different locations.
Okay.
All right. You arrive in church and everybody's mostly in their seats. There's a few people standing up, shaking hands. An usher sees you and brings you along with Oates. Oates sits with you, puts you in the back row. And right about then, the preacher stands up. gets up to the podium. Um, has a little bit of an amplification system. They've got a little electricity, a little money for the finer things here. Not really. It's trash. It's all tinny and everything. But anyway, he gets on that microphone. He's super excited to be there. We all long for a little peace on this earth, a little slice of heaven. That's what I hear you say. You hear Jim Teeling talking about picking apples at his orchard and la-dee-da. You think your days of working hard under the soil's over, that you found paradise. But I'm here to tell you that you will not find the kingdom of heaven here on earth. We are not placed in this life to enjoy the fruits of heaven. We are meant to seek salvation through labor. This is not paradise. No, you won't find it here. We are meant to suffer, and through suffering find salvation. Are you a good man? Are you a good woman? Then salvation will be your eternal reward. What is a single mortal life compared to eternity in heaven? I tell you that your labor brings you closer to God, deep down in the mines, extracting what God hid there for us to find. You mourn the dead, but why? They're with God in his kingdom now. They should mourn us who haven't joined them yet. Blessed are those who toil quickly and join our Father in their youth. Now, I know what you're all scared of. I hear the boss man saying that the coal seam is running dry. I hear him saying it ain't gonna happen. I'm here to say it ain't gonna happen. God won't let it happen. We need to dig down deep. We need to go deeper. And this week we're gonna get down to level 7. We need to suffer through. And I'm here to tell you that God will deliver.
Boo.
I just scoot slightly further away from Jesse.
Wait, do you really?
Yeah, I really.
Oh, I didn't even have to GM intrusion you.
Look, I told you. Jesse doesn't find trouble. Trouble seems to find her.
So, Oates looks over to you and just shakes his head like, Who's there in the back? Young lady, stand up.
Yeah,
What do you have to say?
I have to say you're spouting some grade A bullshit there, Father. If God believe if working in the mine for the state because you, I don't know, made some wrong turns in your life or society abandoned you, only for you to end up dead, that don't sound like part of God's plan. That sounds a lot like your plan.
Well, I don't quite follow what you mean. I don't follow the words, but I feel like you sound suspicious to me. Like maybe you have a hard time trusting people.
You don't know anything about me.
Well, that's all right. I don't need to. Maybe we'll get to know each other. You trust in God?
I do.
You think heaven will be your eternal reward?
I don't know if heaven's in the cards for me, Father, but maybe
Yeah.
for us, maybe for some people.
I think you've got a choice in how you make it there or not. Maybe we're gonna be real good friends.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Well, uh, uh, all the same, folks. I'd say to you, commit to your labor, commit to your work. Let's do what we got to do. Uh, and you know, our eternal reward will be heaven. Let's go ahead and let's hear choir. Go and play us a song. Then we'll get on with our Sunday. All right. So choir kicks in, starts playing a little awkward at first. You know, they're a little shook up, but they make it through. Uh, and afterwards, kind of everybody breaks, and he gets back up for a second. It's all right. Well, let's go and walk next door. We got a Sunday feast ready to go, and yeah, let's make communion, everybody. And so everybody kind of shuffles over out of the church into, a big hall where they've got, Sunday lunch put together.
All right. Okay. If there's anything I know about churches in the South, church food is awesome.
What?
Like, I had
No,
exactly one experience with church food, and it was amazing. So I
yeah,
Okay,
Tyler is
maybe
right.
maybe in the deep south. I'm thinking of churches like everywhere else where,
oh.
Jello pudding was I mean, Jello salad was a huge thing. So I think you're wrong.
No, it's
Also, Randall, we have a donation for a GM intrusion. So whenever you want to just slip
God, I hate you guys.
that. No, keep them coming. Keep 'em
This is
coming.
gonna be a
Yeah, yeah.
nightmare.
That's what we're here for.
Oh, all
Lord.
right. Okay, I got that GM intrusion, and let me know if there's any particular recommendations that come with it as they come. But I've got that GM intrusion locked in. Okay, so Reverend Timid is going to immediately approach both of you. Um, well, I suppose you two are my troublemakers. Welcome to town. Uh, you must be Jesse, is that right?
Yeah.
And that would make you Isaiah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Isaiah, believe you have a package for me, right?
I sure do. Here you go, sir.
All right,
Hand
thank
him
you
the
very much.
completely undisturbed, unbothered package.
Okay, he's gonna look at it kind of back front and to shove it down, in his back pocket. Um, so Jesse, you didn't like my sermon. What part of my sermon didn't you like?
Just the general gist, I guess. I've been told my whole life that being being taken advantage of and being forced to do work for other people for free is some sort of idea of salvation. But I gotta tell you, Father, I did a lot of those stuff in other places that were different from this, but they worked exactly the same. And I don't see any sort of evidence of my life getting better or any sort of salvation. I don't feel like a better person. I don't feel like society treats me better. I just feel like people always look at me and they'll think, fuck up.
Well, sometimes we manifest our own lives. I'll tell you though, everybody's getting paid here. You're gonna get paid in script. That's the local currency. You'll be able to buy clothes, food, anything that you want to do. Um, and we get through a couple seasons, things are going well. You doing fine? If Williams Holler doesn't suit your liking, go on, do whatever you want. But you're gonna spend some time with us. You understand?
See, I like this pastor. This pastor seems like he understands where we're coming from and our frustrations. The pastor that you were presenting seemed like you were judging us for being here in the first place. So maybe you should tap into that understanding pastor a little bit more.
Well, that that's some feedback, and I'll take it. Well, I tell you what, I need to go have a few conversations, but I'll make my way back around. I'll see how you're liking meeting people here, Williams Holler. Um, and he leaves you. You look around the room. There's a lot of folks varying age. You can't help but notice there's a few folks, a bit maimed. You see a couple hands missing some fingers. You see a couple torsos missing some arms. Um,
Oh, I
into
thought you were gonna say missing some torsos. Like,
well, if you
I
look
think they're
into
dead. I think they're dead.
that, I love
sorry.
somebody in chat. If it don't suit your liking, you can take all that script and spin it in all the other places that take that company's down script. It's yeah,
Pretty much,
not a
pretty
lot.
much.
Um,
Aw, kitty.
Yep.
oh,
The cat scarf
the
is here.
cat.
Is that Cora?
Yep.
Hi, Cora.
uh, all right. So we're gonna have a GM intrusion,
Great.
and by the rules, because donation, you guys don't get to turn it down. So we're just gonna lay into it. Um, you all of a sudden you hear a distressed woman just chirp out loud, and kind of everybody gets quiet, and it makes it awkward. Just like, hush now, hush. Nobody wants to hear that. Not another word. You understand me? Um,
Who's she speaking
and
to?
yeah, so you look over and you kind of got to get around some crowds, but there's a little girl sitting playing with some nesting dolls. She has like some metal nesting dolls, and you can tell the little girl's crying, and the woman's chastising her, and a man comes over and puts an arm and brings her kind of out of the way, and The little girl sitting there all alone, just still crying. Nobody's really talking to her.
I straight up to the little girl immediately.
Okay, before you're able to get there, Oates kind of pulls you to the side and tells you it's like, oh, don't mind Marla. She's mourning her daddy. He got caught up in the collapse, digging down deeper at 7 earlier this week. And her mom's you know, well, you understand.
Who's Marla? Is that the bitch that was yelling at the kid, or is that the kid?
Oh, it's the kid. Uh,
I assume the older woman is mom.
yeah, that's right. Sheila.
It's a rough time.
Yeah, well, Sheila should learn some manners.
All right. Do you still intend to approach Marla?
Mhm. If no one's
Um,
gonna stop me.
Nope, nobody stopped you. Oates just wanted you to understand what was going on before you made your way. And so she's sitting there, she's kind of crying. Just
"Hey, baby girl, what's going on?"
she looks up at you, and you can see a tear welling up in her eye. And nothing. And she kind of goes back to her tools. So
It's a
I'm gonna
it's
have
a Okay, go ahead.
no. I was gonna say, well, say what you want to say, and then kind of tell me your intent in this, and I'm gonna have you make a
Sure.
roll.
A lot of adults here can be kind of, well, idiots, you know? A lot of grown-ups think like they know things. The truth is, they don't know shit, but it's alright. You wanna tell me something? I won't tell nobody. I won't even tell your mom.
All right. Go ahead and make me an intellect roll.
Okay.
And she smirked when you said shit. So you're getting the feeling you might already be making inroads. You don't think
Um,
it's gonna be that hard to get her to talk to you.
how do I do an intellect roll? I spend intellect, right?
No, no. So you can. And so everybody at home, we've never done a how to play cipher system.
Yeah.
This ain't it,
This is
but
my
we
this is
are
my
gonna.
first time ever
Yep.
doing this.
And so we're gonna walk through it a little bit, but for folks at home, at some point we are gonna come back. We're gonna do a full on how to play. But to do this, you could just roll a d20. And
Okay.
that's it. You can expend effort, where if you expend effort, you are spending points from your pool. And so you have 10 points in your intellect pool. And every 3 points you spend, allow what you have one effort. So yeah, you could spend 3 points. You can reduce the difficulty by one. And I know this is complicated. It basically means
No, no, yeah.
you can
So what is the difficulty at right now?
you get the feeling it's gonna be pretty easy. And so in
Okay.
Cypher System, sometimes your GM will just tell you a number, like I need you to roll a 6 or 7. Sometimes they'll tell you it's practically impossible. When it maybe doesn't a lot of times given that discrete easy, medium, hard is a way a GM will communicate.
Alright,
So I'm telling you, you think you got it.
okay, I'll just roll a D20 then.
Roll me a D20.
12.
Okay, that's enough. She laughs. She's I, I like you talk like daddy talks. Uh, do you 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 ever see strange things?
I see lots of strange things. Shadows lurking in the night sometimes. Um, Weird strangers following me. What was it? What'd you see, little one?
Ah, Mama said she doesn't want to hear it, and the preacher said that I shouldn't talk about it. But
Yeah, well, he's
um,
full of shit too.
yeah, my daddy used to say that. Oh, I saw my daddy last night.
What'd he
He,
say to
he
you?
well, he was all tore up, and he is smoking like he done crawl out of hell, and he was tearing at our front door, and trying to pull the door open, but he couldn't work the knob, and the door was locked, and I was afraid. I didn't want to unlock it. It was daddy, but it wasn't. And and eventually he saw me through the window, and he stood upright, and he looked at me, and he said, "Everything's gonna be all right." And then he just turned around and left. Okay,
I, th-
that's
I think
spooky.
I think your daddy was right, and I think he's looking out for you. Where'd you see your daddy?
He was right outside my front door.
Where do you live?
Well, if you go out in the main and you go east down the valley.
Okay. Well, if you see him again, You let me know, right? I want to make sure you're safe. I look at one of her dolls and I'm like, what's this one's name?
I don't name them. I just stack them. But I mean, my mama gave this to me. She said it was something she played with when she was a little girl. But it's been missing, 2 of the nesting dolls. So listen to this. And you see, like, she loads them up right quick, but she's missing 2 sizes. And so she
Mhm.
starts shaking it. And she's like, Mom says it's a little instrument. Just, um,
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
yeah, you're nice. What's your name?
My name's Jesse.
Jesse. I'm Marla.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Marla. And don't let your mommy tell you what isn't and isn't real. If you saw your daddy, then you saw him, okay? And
Okay.
just know that if you ever get scared and your mama don't help you none, you just come to me, all right?
Yeah. All right. Um, and just like you're kind of wrapping up this conversation, Oates approaches you with Reverend Timmett and another man, and Oates says like, "Well, y'all, I want to introduce you here to Jam. Jam's gonna be well, hopefully keep you out of Jam."
I think I met your brother, Peanut Butter. She just stickers to herself.
The sheriff's name is Oates, and this person's name is Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all just like to name each other food products, don't you?
Ah,
So Jam pipes in as well. My real name's James, but my mom always said I was a little sweet and a little sticky.
all right, James, we're gonna be friends.
Yeah,
Jam. I
damn.
prefer Jam.
Damn, I like
Jam,
this.
you
I
got
like this guy.
Uh, And so Oates explains like, so Jam's gonna be showing you the ropes around here. He'll you two are gonna be sharing a house. Jam will bring you. Um, the horn goes off at 6. You need to be at the mine 30 minutes later, but Jam will be able to get you there, no problem. And I think Foreman's gonna have Jam show you the ropes once you get down into the mine tomorrow too.
All right.
How many days a week are we working?
6? We take Sundays off.
I physically just shrink a little bit, like, oh,
Oh, poor Yank.
hey,
He's never worked a day in his goddamn life.
hey, hey, hey. Being a reporter is honest work.
Sure it is. Let me see your hands again.
I, just the softest hand.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You lotion those babies? You city slicker?
Hey, I never made enough money for lotion. I said it was honest, not wealthy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. Those are a lot of times 2 different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm like both of you. You ever been in Kentucky?
Nah, you think he would be here? He must have screwed up real hard to end up down this way.
Yeah.
Jam, I'll be honest, I've never left Long Island on purpose.
Yeah, that checks out.
You lived on an island? God, what's that like? You like coconuts?
I
My mom's got a picture book with some coconuts in them. Like 2 monkeys just banging them around. I was like,
No,
"Yeah,
no,
what is-"
no. I think I learned this somewheres. I think like Long Island's one of those false names where it's like it's kind of an island, but it's not really an island. It's more like what is that thing that comes out of that pokes out
Uh,
of the mainland? It's like a
Oh, like an
penis.
almost island, peninsula.
Yeah,
Peninsula.
that's
Yep.
Yeah.
it. That's it. I was gonna
Well,
say something different.
yeah, it's from the Latin. It means almost island.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't know Latin.
Oh, neither do I. That's what my mom always said.
All
I
right.
know Sic Semper Tyrannis. That's the one I know.
I don't know much about dinosaurs.
All right, Mr. Jam.
Dinosaurs, I don't think are a thing yet.
Mr. Jam, I'm gonna interrupt you again. We have another donation for a GM intrusion whenever that
Jeez.
becomes relevant. Look, those ones are gonna be fun. All right, Jam. So tell me more about the hauler. How many people are here? Like, obviously, Mr. Oates here is the law. Who's in charge?
Um, well, What do you mean? Who's in charge?
Like,
Who's in charge of what? Who's in charge
mean,
of
Like
the
keeping us in
church?
line, keeping us from escaping, that sort of thing.
I mean, it's a
What do you
company
mean
town, right?
escaping?
This is a prison complex, isn't it?
No. What are you talking about?
Then why was I brought here?
Oh, okay. You know, Oates didn't tell me the whole story. You got in a jam somewhere? Yeah, you got in a jam somewhere?
Yeah, I got
Okay, all right.
accused of a crime I didn't commit. They locked me in chains, put me on a railway, didn't tell me where the heck I was going, and I end up turns out I guess I'm in Kentucky,
Yeah.
and the first thing that comes out of Oates' mouth is, "We're gonna put you to work. You're gonna have to work, and you're gonna make a wage." And that sure sounds like prison to me. Usually folks get to last I checked, this was a free country, and people get to choose what kind of work they do. But, he wasn't acting like I had a choice in the matter. Are you telling me that I'm free to go? Because 'Cause I'll be honest with you, Jim, that I'm free to go. I'm gonna go ahead and just walk on out of here. Maybe take a horse with me.
Well, that'd be
So,
stealing unless you bought that horse. You got enough script buy a horse?
sure.
Uh, you see a bubble pop up over his head, just doubt. Uh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I know
Jesse checks her bag. She's got $2 to her name.
um,
$2 is a lot of money.
yeah.
$2
Yeah,
is a lot of money, but it's not enough to buy a horse.
Fair.
yeah, so we get folks, you know, he kinda lowers his voice a little, like you know, every couple years, hell, you know, you know, I think they already snuck out, but I could introduce you tomorrow, maybe when we get to mine. Had a few folks, you know, who, you know, they had to spend a couple seasons working, but at the end of it, they just decided to stay in Williams Holler because hell, it's a better life than wherever they came from before. Maybe that'll happen to you, but no, I mean, you're not.
Mm.
Everybody gets paid. You're gonna get paid the same thing I get paid for working tomorrow.
That'll be the
Um,
first job I've worked where I actually got paid in gotta be at least 3 years.
yeah, it feels real good.
Yeah, I guess. I would much rather be doing something than knocking rocks against other rocks, speaking personally.
Um, well, wait. I think that you just basically described what I do all day. You said you like it or don't like it. I got confused because you used a lot of words back to back.
I don't like it. If a man like you likes it and gets fulfillment out of it, I ain't judging. Man, whatever makes a man happy, you do it as long as it's not, hurting somebody else, I guess. Um,
How you feel about blasting?
like blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like
Okay, here's
that. I also
the
have I have a big fondness for fire. I mean, I didn't say that. I didn't say
well,
that.
I'll tell you what, the boomers are you know, they die all the time, so they're always making room in the ranks. You know, maybe you spend a few months, you get used to everybody.
I see
Maybe
what you did there. I see what you did there.
maybe you could take to blasting things. You know, there's all kinds of working in mine. It ain't just banging rocks against other rocks.
Fair
Uh,
enough.
Okay, Mr. Jam, if you would be so kind as to lead us to wherever we'll be living. Like, I think I'd like to put down these suitcases that I've been hauling under.
Am I gonna live with
okay.
this Yankee loser?
Well, for a little bit, you know, you get enough script, maybe you can figure something else out. But for
Great,
now,
jeez.
we had a few deaths this week, so we got some homes that are empty. Don't mind the stuff. Uh, you can think of it as a what was it? My mom used to always say, fully furnished. Um, anyway, yeah, grab a bite whenever you're ready. We'll make our way over. Okay.
All right.
Sure. Nice meeting you, Jam. Tell peanut butter I said hi.
Can't believe you met my grandpappy. Okay. So yeah, you know, you're able to peruse a little bit, able to talk to some folks, you eat some food. The food is delicious. It's great. There is fried chicken, there's fresh fish. Somebody, you know, mighty proud to tell you they had a trout line going across the creek, and that's the haul they had for the week. Always happy to
Damn.
share it with you.
This is
Thanks.
this is food fit for a king.
Yeah.
I'm used to moldy bread and porridge all the time.
Yeah.
You guys eat like this every day?
Well, I mean, it's Sunday supper, so that's special. Well, yeah,
Oh
whatever
yeah,
you.
Sunday. You know what we got at Sunday supper? My last joint, salt,
What's that? Well, that's fancy.
salt to add to our porridge and moldy bread. That's what we
Okay,
got.
well,
Someday,
long for salt.
someday Isaiah's gonna write a book about Jesse and just call Tall Tales. Some of them might even be true.
That is 100% Jesse. She likes to tell a bunch of tall tales for sure.
All right. Yeah, so I'll head for the church food and kind of try and eavesdrop on conversations, try and figure out like what are folks concerned about locally, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna have you make. Essentially, this is gonna be a stealth check, and I believe to do that, we're gonna make a speed check. Do you have anything that makes it a little bit easier to do that?
Let's see.
You're still thin?
I do not have anything about stealth. I am trained in finding or noticing small details.
I am trained in sneaking. Can I help him?
Yeah. So you folks could do this together. Tyler, what is your applied observation skill? It actually cut off on the sheet that I'm looking at.
Oh, it's just finding or noticing small details.
Okay, cool. I got it. And then if you go to do this, you can spend points and ease it easier. Okay, I gotcha. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have you make Jesse. You're gonna make me a speed roll. Isaiah, you're gonna make me an intellect roll,
Okay.
and it's
Okay.
up to you whether you would want to apply effort to this or not. But people are trusting; they're just having their conversations.
So
This
if
feels
you're
pretty easy to you.
if you're trained in a skill, that lowers the difficulty, yes?
No. Wait.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yes, it would.
I'm pretty
It
sure
would.
it
Yes, it
does,
would.
yeah. Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
pretty sure it does,
It
yeah.
eases it. You're absolutely right. And so easing it basically reduces the number you have to roll by 3 points.
Right. What would be the difficulty for this particular role?
So the difficulty started as a 3, super easy.
Okay.
If you're trained, it's going to go down to a 2, so you got to roll a 6.
Yeah, I can do that.
I think I'm gonna go straight and just see what happens.
I almost did great. I rolled another 12.
I failed. I got a 5.
Oh,
buddy. That's
Oh,
funny.
buddy.
Okay. All right, we're going to handle you each in kind. We're going to start with Isaiah. You're eating some fish and you think you're being, all nonchalant. And all of a sudden the two women that are talking finally just look up and turn to look at you. Can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I'm new in town. I'm just trying to get my bearings, figure out what's going on in town. My name's Isaiah. So sorry for interrupting. You please enjoy your lunch.
Jesse's
You
just
coulda
in the
let off with an
background face palming.
You could have let off with an introduction instead of sitting there just listening. Who knows? We could have been talking about any kind of personal business, and you just letting the words flow into your head.
You're right.
What did you do before you got to town? Were you just there listening to people, writing down what they say?
Well, ma'am, to be honest, I was a reporter, so a little bit, yes.
Oh,
Uh,
anyway,
Don't worry,
and
ma'am.
they walk away and they got they kind of get quiet. You can't hear what they're saying anymore. Okay, Jesse, we're gonna come over to you.
Okay.
All right. And I do, by the way, I know we have that jam intrusion queued up. Don't worry, it's locked up here in the brain. All right. So Jesse, you are able to listen in a little bit, and it's two younger men talking. It's like, I don't know. I think Keelan's Orchard sounds like a hell of a deal. Well, but you heard the Reverend, talking about labor or whatnot. Uh, you know, I'm mighty interested in getting to heaven. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. You know what Teelan's doing up there, right? He's making cider, he's making applejack. It's all booze and alcohol. I heard the Reverend, he was talking to my pappy the other day, and he was saying that we're gonna wind up just like the city, a bunch of drunkards running around. Nobody's gonna want to do any work. Um, and hell, do you think are you going to make money making the Applejack? I don't think so. I think I'm going to keep mining. I ain't gonna get involved in any of that.
I'll slip away and head back to Isaiah and be like, so nobody told me there was brewing going on here.
Is there?
Apparently, I was listening to that group of guys over there who you failed to try to listen to. They were talking about there's some sort of apple orchard where this guy, what was his name again, Randall?
Teeland,
Yeah,
Jim Teeland.
Joe Teeland is he's trying to make some sort of cider or something out there. I mean, hell, I'm an expert at that stuff. I used to help my uncle Joey distill moonshine all the time. Why didn't I be put on that instead of this?
I don't think that's legal, Jesse. That might be why.
Is it not?
I mean, cider
thought it-
is my
it was just-
understanding is cider is a very, very common thing, and it's just how you preserve apples through the winter. So you make sure you have like fresh fruit available, essentially.
Right.
Applejack and moonshine, that's a little more iffy because of the whole exploding parts. But also it's 1900, so I don't know.
No, I think
Tyler's
you're
real world knowledge.
above board. I think you're right. Jesse doesn't realize this. And she's like, brewing alcohol's illegal?
Actually, I think chat may be correct. At this time, we're pre-prohibition. It's super legal. Like everyone's fine with it. This is just a thing you do with food.
Yeah,
Fair
100%.
It probably
And in
still
fact,
blows up though.
Yeah, like so real world history, like think about the fast Western expansion. Folks were growing a lot of grain, a lot of wheat, a lot of corn, and the corn grew super easy. But the problem is corn rots, so you couldn't. There was no good mechanism of shipping corn from the Midwest all the way to the coastal cities where there were people to consume it. The whole reason, okay, originally in the colonies, do you know what the American liquor was?
Whiskey.
No, rum.
No? Rum.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true.
They got sugar cane from the Caribbean, brought it in. I think they grew some cane like in the colonies, but they made rum. They loved rum. Whiskey took over because
Where's the rum
farmers-
gone?
Yeah, the whiskey took over because in the Midwest they were growing all this corn, but they couldn't get it down the river fast enough before it rotted. So the easiest thing to do with it was ferment it, distill it, and then sell it as whiskey.
Got it. I'm learning
And then
things.
there's a whole history with like how Scotch comes into this with American whiskey barrels. We're gonna
Of
skip
course
that.
you know this. Of course you know this history. You amateur brewer, you. I didn't even know this. That's very interesting.
Yeah. All right. So, but yeah, so it would be legal to make, and people wouldn't have called it moonshine yet. That's a whole nother history too. But it is legal to distill. And Jam actually walks up in the middle of you folks having this conversation. It's like, oh, you hearing about Teelan's Orchard?
Yeah, a lot of folks are
Yeah.
talking about it. Is
Yeah,
it a one-man operation up there?
Well, he's trying to get people to come work with him, but everybody's been a little loath to
I'll work
quit
with
the
him.
mine. Well, no, you can't. Oates said you got to go to the mine. I'm taking.
I thought you said this wasn't a prison.
it's it's limited choices, not no choices.
Is this not America? Did I hit my head and we ended up somewhere that's not America? What is this bullshit?
Jesse, I'll be honest. This seems like a we are here or we're somewhere worse situation for you and me. So
So it's prison. It might be gusted up without walls, and y'all might act like we have some sort of freedom of choice and that, we're getting paid, but just call a spade a spade. It's prison, is what you're saying.
Jam just looks. He's like, yeah, I think you got it.
Thank you. At least you're being honest with me.
Well, I wouldn't dare lie to you. I'm your friend.
You did. You told me this wasn't prison not a few minutes ago.
By my definition, I wouldn't call it a prison, but you're giving me your definition, and I'm hearing it, and I'm saying, yeah, the way you think, I'd call this a prison. You're right.
Glad we got that sorted.
it is not prison, but it is a prison.
It's like a minimum security prison.
Well, you get too far out, but Swampa's going to eat you anyway, so you might as well, stay in town.
Fantastic. And how long are you did you say you've been in this not
I was born.
prison?
I was born here. I grew up here. Most people here grew up here.
And you have to they force you to do this?
Well, no, but I like working in the mine.
Hey, Isaiah, I think we stumbled into some sort of cult.
Uh,
All right.
all right. Anyway,
Great.
but no. I mean the. So why don't we start walking? While we're walking, I'll tell you a little bit about Tila and his orchard.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. Lead us onward, Mr. Jam. Tell us about this orchard. This sounds like the most interesting thing in town at the moment.
Okay, so uh, you get outside. Hours have passed, between the sermon, the choir singing, church, eating, talking, getting laughed at, all those things. Hours have passed. The sun has actually passed behind the other mountain, and so the sky's still lit ablaze. You can still see where you're walking, but it's getting dark because you're down in the holler, and that's how life goes. Okay. Um, you begin walking, and Jam starts to explain to you. So, we've been working the coal out of that mountain for generations. As long as our families have been here, and uh, we've been lucky. You heard the preacher talking about it. Every time we think we're out of coal, we dig a little bit deeper. We get a little bit further into the mountain, and we find more coal. We keep digging. We keep, you know, that's what fuels this town. That's what keeps us going. Well, uh, about 20 years ago, 2 times ago, so we were still up on 4 at that point. Um, Thielen, he had a. Everybody said he had a nervous breakdown. I was too young to really remember it, but uh, they said he got to a point where he wouldn't go into the mine anymore. So he uh, cleared up, and he points up at the orchard. He's like, cleared off that whole face of the mountains, tore down every tree, built what do you call it, like terraces, made it into some flat levels, uh, and he planted an apple orchard. And he said then that it was a gift for the town, that when it matured, we'd be able to work the orchard instead of working the mines, and everybody could afford to live, wouldn't have to go down below. And I mean, back, everybody thought it was crazy talk because one, how the hell are you going to grow an apple orchard on the side of a mountain? But he did it. Uh, and two, like, why, we're going to get to more coal. We'll keep mining. It'll be fine. Um, but everybody says something spooked him. Something made him never want to step foot inside a mountain ever again.
What spooked him?
I mean, I don't know. I've had a couple drinks with him before and asked him, and he won't talk.
Hmm.
So,
Can I talk to him?
yeah, I bet you can.
Or am I not
Um,
allowed to go anywhere and talk to who I want to?
No, you're
Because I gotta tell you, even in my last joint, I was able to do that, as long as it was within the walls. But I couldn't punch anyone I wanted. They had kind of a mild,
you prohibition,
aversion.
if you will.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
bit of a
we have the
prohibition,
same
yeah.
thing here.
You don't
Actually,
say. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Believe it or not, it is foreboding to just be wailing on people unless they
Well,
deserve it.
if a guy okay, so that's funny you say that. So if a guy deserves it, if a guy's being an asshole, can I still punch his teeth in, or is that just not?
Jesse, that's
Oh.
assault. That's a crime. They put you in jail for that.
They send you places like this.
I think it's just basic common decency and learning. How's a guy gonna learn that he's not supposed to talk to a lady in a certain way if he doesn't get his teeth punched in on occasion?
I may Jesse, maybe words? Maybe try words, Jesse.
Nah, that never works.
Uh, words is what started all this mess. What are you talking about?
Exactly. Yeah, was what started the problem in the first place. How you gonna fix a problem with more words?
Uh,
I don't understand what's coming out of your mouth right now, Isaiah.
Josh, you put in the chat. Actually, assaulting someone over an insult wasn't usually a jailable offense in the 19th century.
Josh, I swear to God, you're being worse than Quasit usually is, man.
no, no,
Right.
I'm
He's
learning.
agreeing with you.
Oh my God. This is all I want to say. This is alternate Appalachia. So if something we do is out of the ordinary. Just go with it because it's an alternate universe.
So Randall,
Joshua CC, but Jam is trying to talk you out of it. Go ahead.
Randall, I am going to remind you, we are waiting for a GM intrusion.
Oh yeah.
It's there.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Don't worry. I got you.
How much is the GM intrusion?
$25. So folks are being very generous.
That's
We've already gotten two.
That's incredibly low for a GM
Yeah.
intrusion.
No, but hey, we love our guest. We're very excited.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
Does he know the word? How does he know the word for Bowden?
For Bowden. I actually said for Bowden. But anyway,
That's not a word.
well, it makes sense. That's the kind of thing Jam would say. All right. Your GM intrusion. So you're having this conversation. All of a sudden, you hear snortings, and
Horse?
you hear stomping. Just
Definitely a horse.
and you look up and you see in the woods a herd of deer.
What? Wait.
Yeah, just a herd of deer kind of walking through the woods. And Jam is like, "Oh, hey, take a look. Man, I wish I had my gun. We can get that'd be good eating."
Go.
Yeah, I wish they didn't take away my gun either.
I will very delicately pull out my camera.
Okay.
Try to take a picture.
So as you're doing this, go ahead and I want to get you to. I think we're gonna roll intellect for this. You get a gander, you get a look, and something seems off to you. And as you're processing it, Jam says, "Look at your feet. Look down.
Look down.
Yeah, don't look at it. We're just gonna keep walking." Are either of you gonna sneak a look?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have. I think we're gonna go for a speed roll for this. And this is gonna be difficult to do without.
Does this
getting caught.
qualify as part of my sneaking skill?
Yes.
Cool.
So I'll let you ease it with that.
All right. So what is the difficulty for me now?
It's gonna be difficulty 4, which means you're easing it to 3.
Okay.
So you need to roll a 9 or better. Tyler, you're gonna roll a 12 or better.
Can I spend some effort and some speed to make it easier?
Yeah, so you're gonna do effort. That means you're gonna have to spend 3
Speed,
3 speed from your speed pool.
which I have 17 of, so that's fine.
But actually you have 1 edge, so you only have to spend 2.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Right, because I have an edge in speed.
In speed, that's right.
So that brings it down to a 2 difficulty, so 6.
That's
what
right.
I have to roll.
And
I rolled exactly 6.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Okay, I'm just rolling straight and hoping for the best.
You gotta get a 12.
16.
16. Okay.
Yes.
All right. You both look up ever so briefly, and you get your eyes back down real quick. So you think the creature maybe didn't notice that you were looking, but immediately what you realize is that the thing that you are looking at, and the thing that is stomping and hissing at you, is not a deer. You've seen deer before, and this ain't it. It's got, it's you know how a deer's arms bend, and the arms bend.
Are we with Jam still?
Yeah, you're still with Jam. Jam was the one who told you look down.
Yeah.
Don't look at it. But real quick to give you a description. So its arms have been in the wrong direction. You saw what looked like almost like antlers were coming out of the front of its arms. It had 4 pairs of eyes running up a 2 long snout and long sharp teeth that looked like it had a mixture of spit and blood in it dripping. And they were stomping and staring straight at you.
Jam, what the fuck is that?
We need to keep walking. Just try not to look at it.
Okay.
That a normal thing here?
What's it going to do if we don't look at it? What's it going to do if we look at it?
Shut up. We don't want any trouble. you hear the stomping and you feel the sound getting closer to you.
Can we go inside? Can we put anything between us and that?
No, there's nothing to go to. You're in the middle of the woods right now.
Oh, jeez.
Should we run? Should we run?
No, just walk real calm. Um, I am gonna have you both roll me an intellect roll. I'm gonna hinder this.
Oh
So
boy.
you're gonna need to roll a 15 unless you want to, for instance, expend effort to ease it.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot.
Yeah. So I could reduce it to a 12.
Yeah, I'm definitely spending some points on this. All right.
Do it.
What is your intellect?
My intellect pool is 16. I've got 1 edge, so I'll be able to reduce the cost by 1. So
I have 10. So yeah, I'll reduce it by 1. So
Okay.
yeah, gotta get a 12.
Okay, so you both need to roll 12s then. Let's do it.
here we go.
Not a 12.
I got a 6.
Okay.
I got a 3.
All right. In a moment, the creature is upon you. And we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Now is a terrible time for me to not remember how initiative works in this game.
So we're just going to do a speed roll, and it's the same as always. You could, if you wanted to, expend effort to try to go first. Jesse, because you made a comment a second ago. They left you with your gun.
Did they?
In your pack, yeah. And so if you, I'm not going to deny you your equipment. And you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Good.
So if you wanted to, a little bit of retcon here, but if you wanted to say like once you left the church, you went ahead and strapped on, I'm good with that.
Yep.
Because you're walking in the middle of the woods. Jam pulls out a knife. Isaiah, what do you do?
What me? I have
The pen is right here.
I have a pocket. Jeez,
You
words
have
are
a
hard.
pocket knife?
Yeah, I have a pocket knife, so I'll grab for that, I guess. Hey, somebody in the chat is telling me they just donated a lucky charm.
A lucky charm. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Jesse, as you reach for the gun, you before you do that, your hand slips and you find a children's toy. It's you've seen one before. They call it a hooey stick here. You might have called it something else. You spin your hands on it, and when you do that, it kind of creates wind and it flies up in the air, and it's really cutesy and everything. But you feel a strong instinct that if you were to use that, maybe that joy might protect you just a little bit.
Yep, I'm gonna do that.
But let's get an initiative order first, though.
Okay, so what is it? A speed roll?
A speed roll.
Gosh.
And you gotta, the creature is gonna go on 9. So if you roll better than a 9, you're gonna go before the creature. Worse than 9, you won't.
I'm gonna spend effort to go down. So I have to roll a 6 or higher now. And I rolled exactly a 6 again.
Love it.
I rolled a 7. So I believe, and I
You're going-
reduce it.
Yeah, you're going after the creature. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Jesse, you happen to have a lucky charm in your pocket. Thank you, donor. We appreciate it.
What does Lucky Charm do?
So it's the hooey stick.
It's the hooey stick.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I will.
The lucky charm donation gives a cipher. The cipher that you got was a hooey stick.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Okay.
I will spin it.
All right. So let me give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and read that aloud. So everybody understands what this does.
So real quick, Randall. So for the Lucky Charm incentive, I asked for folks to describe a general idea of what the cipher is. And for some reason, it doesn't show it on the webpage. So like I have to download the spreadsheet to check what it is, and it took a minute. The fulfillment note is let them have help from a friendly spirit.
Let them have help from a friendly spirit. Okay, that's not a hooey stick at all. And we're gonna retcon a little bit. It is going to be your turn. From a friendly spirit. Okay, well let's party. Okay, Jesse,
Yes.
Jam rolled better. Jam's gonna go before you.
Son of a bitch.
Uh, Jam is gonna look at his feet. He's like, "Mama, I wish you were here." And as he says that, a wind begins to blow through the trees. Ash, you get to keep that hooey stick, by the way. Just it's in your
Cool.
pocket. A wind begins to blow through the trees, um, and you hear words in your head, just a "I am baby," uh, and the this thing that is not a deer. When the wind hits it, the leaves blowing past it just huffs and stands up on its back feet and kind of backs up a little bit, getting away from you. You know, its feet with its spine spinning in the air, and it lands away, and it kind of looks at you, just unsure all of a sudden if it wants to get too close or not.
Okay.
All right, Jesse, we're now to you.
Hooey stick.
Okay. Um, do we stick? What's funny? I literally had the page just now, and I was like, "Oh, I'll close this." Okay. Um, All right, so you hold it, you spend it. The wind creates, surrounds and protects you and all creatures within an immediate range. You all gain +3 to armor. Um, roll me a d6. We got to figure out what level this Hui stick is.
2.
All right, so it is a level 5 Hui stick. So you're going to get +3 to armor against damage of a specified kind for 1 hour. Roll a d100 to determine the specified type of damage.
Okay.
I hate this and I think it's dumb because it basically has like a 1 in 10 chance of actually being useful in this moment.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll, and if you roll good, we're gonna go with it, and if not, I'm gonna be like, "This is stupid, and we're never rolling on a table
30,
again."
36.
Okay, this is stupid. So congratulations, you are protected against acid damage. That is the
Woo.
worst. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
no, that's terrible.
Okay, you are actually going to be protected. You're gonna have that armor effect against slashing and piercing damage,
Cool.
because that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, and so that's going to be your action. And the creature is a reasonable ways away from you. It's not like up in your face anymore because it kind of backed off when the spirit came. Um, all right, it is now the creature's turn. The creature is going to approach Isaiah and is going to attack Isaiah. So one of the things for Cypher System, GM never rolls.
Mhm.
Okay,
We roll
so
defense, right?
that's right. So you're going to roll a might roll, Isaiah, to
Okay.
protect against this.
Okay. Hang on. I'm being reminded to refresh the donations bar. It's not automatically updating, which I thought it would. So I must have something messed up in OBS. Interesting. Interesting. See if that changes it. Okay. All right. So I'm rolling a might defense roll, you said?
That's right.
All right. Here we go. 12.
Okay. That'll defend. And so the creature
Nice.
slashes at you with its elbow, but you're able to kind of pop out just in time and not actually take any damage from the creature. Um all right. Isaiah, we are to you.
Okay. All right, so great big, not deer, spiky, terrifying thing. I've got a little pocket knife. Um, great. Staring in terror at my tear sheet. So, what does our friend Jam look like he's gonna do?
He looks like he might turn and run.
Honestly, I'm kind of with him. uh, for lack of a better idea, I'm gonna try using my Shake the Bones ability. So, I'm gonna read you the description. Your words are so powerful they cause the bones of a creature to shudder and shake, inflicting 2 points of might damage and 2 points of intellect damage. Your target must be able to hear and understand you, or at least understand the gist of what you're saying. So I just tell it to shoot. It's like, get ye gone. You can't be here.
Okay, and then
Eat it,
what do you
pal.
roll for that?
It doesn't say. It's just an action. It seems to just happen as far as I can tell.
But then there's a cost with it. Like you'll spend something out of a pool to do.
Yeah, it's 1 intellect, but I have an edge, so it's free for me. Yeah,
We're gonna take a harder look at that in a second. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think
but-
that's how that works, bud.
I'll go find the ability and see if there's a check I'm supposed to be rolling with it.
I think you're supposed to spend 2 from your intellect pool in order to use it. And edge reduces the cost by 1.
Yeah, well, shake the bones, 1 intellect point.
Oh.
Yeah.
and then
so
you have an edge, so you're thinking it's free.
Exactly.
Oh.
Here's our limited understanding of Cipher System. We really need to play this game more. I don't it's an action to use, so it does consume my turn, but I don't
Okay.
know if I'm actually supposed to be rolling a check or something.
No, we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll with
Okay.
it. I'm gonna say that you are able to successfully do that, and it is going to take damage from you having done that, which is going to infuriate it.
Great.
Okay. All right. So Gem Intrusion. I know that we had one queued up, paid for. Right at this minute, another creature of a similar ilk is going to come rushing in from the side, and you didn't see it coming, Isaiah.
Oh no. Another one of these?
Yeah, make me a defense roll, and
Okay.
you. I'm gonna hinder you. So you
Okay.
need to roll a 12.
All right.
Oh, shoot.
14.
I totally forgot about my danger sense. It doesn't matter now.
Okay, so you succeed. The creature comes in and it's trying to swipe at you with its horns, and again somehow misses. It's a little anticlimactic. Okay, we're back to Jam, but as we come back to Jam, you see in the distance a figure coming towards you.
Okay.
Now this figure, you can see it has a bit of fire where a man's head should be. And it's almost like the fire is embedded in the creature's face, and you can see the features and the long jaw and the beard, and it's coming towards you, and you're getting, it's running at this point. You're nervous, and you hear the growling, almost like there's the growling of a hound as it approaches, and all of a sudden, a fireball bursts into the air out of this creature's mouth. And these things that are not deer see that, and they run off in the opposite direction. And standing before you is a man with a lamp on his head, and he says, "Yeah, it's a
Like a miner's hat lamp thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he says, "Oh, yeah, looks like you boys and gals, sorry, got in a little bit of trouble."
What the hell is that?
Oh, little trick I do, and he picks up a bottle and he pours it in his mouth and spits fire.
That can't be good for your insides.
Yeah, no.
Well, I keep the fire on the outside, I keep the Applejack on the inside, and all together, I'm in good shape.
Oh, are you, I forget the name. The guy who does
Jim
cider.
Teeland.
Yeah. Are you Jim Teeland?
Jam goes, "You damn right, that's Jim Teeland. Jim, am I glad to see you tonight? Oh, how'd you know to come into town and save my ass? Oh,
That was good timing, Mr.
Johnny
Mr. Teeland.
Blaze.
Man, am I glad to see you. Let's hey, I'm walking them up to the old the Smith house.
Someone
they're
want to
gonna stay
explain
there.
to me what the hell just happened?
What, do you want to do it just right here, standing in the road, or do you want to get inside a house?
No, sir. Inside the house, please.
Fine.
Inside any structure.
All right. The man's dog runs up next to you, and it is one of the cutest dogs you've ever seen.
Well, hey,
it's-
buddy.
Yeah, it's kind of white and black with like kind of muddled fur, a little bit of dots here and there, and it's like, this here's my dog Clue.
You scared those messed up deer, didn't you, boy? You're a big scary boy, aren't you?
All right. And you're able to make it over. You walk in the house. It's a nice enough house. So it's the way it's structured. Think of it almost like a studio. Like there's no individual rooms, but there is 2 lofts, and so you can climb one ladder, climb the other ladder, and there's a little bit of seclusion, a little bit of privacy. You can look up and see where the beds are there. You've got a wood fire stove, and you notice when you were coming in, there was a lot of wood laid out, um, dry underneath the porch, and so you could load that up. And there's a nice cooktop on top of that stove. Um, a sitting area, some nice enough wooden chairs, and a table. Mostly everything you need.
Yeah. All
Um,
right.
and you get inside with Jim and Jam, as they were.
Jimmy Jam.
Yeah, Jim and Jam.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and Jim, it's like you folks like Applejack? You ever had Applejack?
Sure. I would love some Applejack.
You
Mr.
kidding
Taylor.
me? Applejack is my favorite.
All right. He starts passing around the bottle, and he's like, "Yeah,
I got some of my own supply if you want some of that.
I sure would. What was the grain?
I believe it was, I can't remember. I think it's corn.
Okay.
I brewed this some years ago back with my uncle Joey. She takes out a bottle with just XXX on it, a
Classic.
gallon jug, and just
That's
passes it around. Just a little bit. I'm trying to save it for a special occasion. Yeah, there you go.
well, that's pretty good. This stuff burns more on the inside than the outside.
Yeah.
Miss Jessie, how did you fit a gallon jug in your pockets?
I've had it on the side of my you didn't see that? On the side of my belt this whole time?
Ma'am, I'll be honest. I was trying to maintain eye contact politely, and bird just through my window.
Actually, no. She has like a travel sack on her back that she keeps the jug in. That's actually a thing that she has. It's called a travel pack. So
Perfect.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, no, we got some strange things out here in the mountains down in the holler. Suppose you two are new in town, never seen your faces.
Yeah, you could say that. More like new prisoners in town.
Ah, I see.
Mr. Teelan, Jesse and I have found our way here mostly against our will. But it seems like we're going to be here for some time. And yeah, we sure would like it to be a comfortable time while we're here.
Speak for yourself.
I sure would like it to be a comfortable time while I'm here before maybe I make my way on to somewhere not here. Clearly there are some things that we need to know about the goings on in this town.
I'm getting why a lot of people don't come here willingly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, pitted people born and raised here. Just, I don't know. Everywhere's got quirks.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, being born here, I get it. Do you get a lot of willing immigrants here?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, what was that?
Just some deer grow real strange. I think it's the shadow of the mountain. You know.
There's a few things.
No, I don't know, sir.
There's only a few things that get on my nerves, and one of them is people not showing the proper respect. The second is people taking me for a ride and not telling me the whole truth because they think I can't handle it for some reason. So cut with the bullshit and tell me what the hell's going on.
All right. Well, why don't we have a longer conversation of that when we come back from the break in just a second?
Woo!
We survived this
So
far.
for folks joining us in the live stream, we're gonna take a break for just a moment.
Is your energy already flagging, Tyler? You're in for a
What?
rough ride. Oh,
No,
oh, okay.
no, I'm
just
doing
scared.
great.
Oh,
No,
okay. I thought you were like, I can't believe we got that far.
No, we were already attacked by 2 eldritch abominations.
Yeah. No, I'm having a great time.
Oh boy.
I hope people are enjoying Jessie and that she's not garbage.
Yeah. Honestly, wasn't the name of the cowgirl from Toy Story Jessie?
It was.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's in my mind. That's the mental model that I'm kind of running with.
That's fair. Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you painted a picture, and I'm adding
I was
some.
originally gonna call her Jesse Waters, but then I saw, oh, that's an actual political commentator, so I shouldn't do
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, no, I just the name came to me. I was like, Jesse Waters sounds cool, and I was like, is that a real name? I should look this up before I use it. I was like, oh no.
Almost signaled the wrong thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So folks joining us live stream, we're gonna take a break for just a minute. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk for a second too.